And welcome into Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. It is time for Atletico Madrid against Barcelona, live from the Wanda Metropolitano. It is a real clash here of two heavyweights in La Liga battling for that top spot. We come into this game on the back of a loss in La Liga against Real Betis. Atletico are trying to mount a title challenge. Who will come out on top? We are going to be analysing exactly that. The head-to-head between the two teams is coming right up. Let's do this. Kickoff will be coming to us live from the Wanda Metropolitano, Atletico Madrid's fairly new stadium. It is going to be a packed and raucous atmosphere inside the stadium on Saturday night. Kickoff will be coming to us at 8:45 local time. The perfect time under the lights. A big Saturday night game in La Liga. It is going to be electric. As always, guys, here are the times right around the world so you can get involved with the action. You can see it all unfold as it happens. And this video is coming to you today courtesy of the OneFootball app, which you can find in the description down below if you do wish to download the app. It is a fantastic tool, and on there you can get involved with all the pre-match stats and also vote for who you think is going to come out on top in this game. 111,000 people have been involved in the voting on the OneFootball app. Right now, 71% believe that Barcelona tomorrow night will be victorious. And now we come on to your predictions, and you guys are also in fairly confident mood with nearly half of you opting for a victory by 2 goals at the Wanda tomorrow, but a lot of you also are opting for a fairly narrow victory by just the 1 goal. And as you're going to see later on with my match prediction, I do tend to agree on the second part there. It is going to be tight. It's going to be really difficult here against Atletico Madrid. Away from home against this kind of team, it is never ever an easy affair, and we're going to be talking about that exact fact in just a minute. But if we first of all take a look at the La Liga table, and as you can see here, suddenly at the top once again, it is getting really tight, not only with 2 or 3 teams, but sort of 4 or 5 teams at the top there, battling it out. We stand right now at the top of the league, but our slip against Betis has allowed the teams to get back into it. Only 1 point behind us are Sevilla, Atletico Madrid and Alaves, with Espanyol and Real Madrid following just behind. It is all to play for. 3 points here are vital. We cannot afford to lose this game. It is really up for grabs. We've got to go and get those points. And with that, we do move on to the big game itself. And as usual, between these two, it is going to be a really entertaining game. It's going to be very interesting to watch this player and really see the two very contrasting styles play out on the pitch. 2 different kinds of coaches and 2 very different teams, to be perfectly honest. You look at Diego Simeone, he's going to set up his team to be disciplined, cautious. He's got a pragmatic approach. But Atletico are going to be tomorrow incredibly well drilled when it comes to their defensive structure. They are a brilliant team in terms of breaking teams down, closing down the space, and really suffocating teams when they're trying to attack them. And then you come up against Barcelona. What kind of Barcelona are we going to see tomorrow? Are we going to see the attacking force, the exciting brand of football that Barcelona has known to bring in recent years? Will we see that kind of Barcelona tomorrow? I think, quite frankly, we have to see that. To beat Atletico Madrid, you have to be on the front foot. You have to match their level of intensity. They're going to be up for this game. Their fans are going to be up for this game, and you as a player, you've got to go out there and not only match that, but go above and beyond. You've got to get yourself up for this game and go for them from the very first minute. Get on the front foot, get into their faces, press from the front, get the ball, win the ball back quickly, and start to dictate. Play the game on your own terms, and the only way that we can do that is by going there, being the Barcelona that we know and love, and attacking from the off. The stadium will be absolutely electric tomorrow. Diego Simeone, like I say, will have his team perfectly organised. And not only defensively, you've got to worry as well about Atletico Madrid going forward. They do have the attacking threat to cause us problems. In particular, you look at Antoine Griezmann, who hasn't really been prolific so far in La Liga this season, but he can still pop up with some very important goals. And I'm sure that he himself is going to be able to really prove a point against the club, of course, that he rejected to join in the summer. And of course, following rejecting Barcelona, he has gone on to talk about it, I would say, every single day since that moment. But we've got to go there, like I say. We have to attack tomorrow simply because it's what we do best. In these kind of games, you've got to play to your strength. You've got to play to what suits you best in these kind of matches. And quite clearly, we are a lot better at scoring than we are at sitting back, soaking up the pressure and defending. Right now, we cannot defend. So let's do what we can do and attack in numbers and be clinical in the final third. We have scored the most goals in La Liga this season by some distance too, with 34 goals scored, and we currently have the 2 players with the top goal scorers in La Liga. Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, both of them right now on 9 goals in La Liga this season. And boy, if we're going to win tomorrow, we are going to need both of those players, Messi and Suarez, to be on their game. Because in the way that attack is clearly our best strength, we are going to be up against a team who take a lot of pride in their defending. They really, really do. They enjoy it. They thrive on it. Their fans love it as well. Every single tackle will be applauded at the Wanda tomorrow. And you just know there's not going to be an easy route to goal tomorrow night. We are going to have to be patient. We're going to have to be methodical. Valverde is going to need a plan of action. And most of all, we have to keep our concentration. We are going to have to wait for our moments, wait for our chance. It might take well into the second half to get that opening goal, but we've got to keep our concentration at all times. At the back as well, do not switch off. Do not do that for one single second, because if you do, Simeone has his men drilled to capitalise on those kind of moments. But without any shadow of a doubt, any plan that Valverde has tomorrow night will be heavily centred around Lionel Messi, because he really does have a quite sensational record against Atletico Madrid in recent years. He's got 28 goals against them over the years in these kind of games, which make them his second favourite team to face out of any team that he's ever faced. Atletico Madrid are second on the list for most goals, only behind Sevilla. And following his eagerly awaited return from injury in our last game against Real Betis, he returned with an emphatic 2 goals. It wasn't enough for the victory, but Messi will be determined here to score, and not only score, but drag his team once again over the line to victory. But what's important is, it's not all about Messi. Let's make this the team. Let's take the workload off his shoulders. Let's play as a team. Let's attack as a team. And most importantly, let's defend as a team too. We need to see that work tomorrow that we saw without Messi. Messi is back now, and we're very, very thankful for it. But let's continue with that work ethic and not just rely on him to get us over the line. This is about the team, and with that said, we will now move on to the lineups and the squad selection. But if we first of all here actually start with Atletico Madrid's squad list, and the reason for that is we can see clear now who they have and who they don't have with regard to injuries. And I can tell you now, Diego Godin, Maria Jimenez, not included in this squad. They are, as you can see here, really, really struggling for defenders. Also ruled out at the last minute was Juan Fran. He picked up a calf knock. Back in for Atletico are Koke, Diego Costa and Thomas Lemar. They do have a few options with Lucas Hernandez and Savic, but really, really thin on the ground in that defensive department. But now, on to the Barcelona squad list, where I can tell you, unfortunately, Felipe Coutinho has not made it in time to join up with the squad in Madrid. Valverde left it until the very, very last minute to assess him in the last training session and decided it wasn't quite time to introduce him here against Atletico. But the likes of Dembélé and Malcolm both included here, along with Carlos Alenia. That's very good to see. If things are going well, I'd love him to get a few minutes at the Wanda tomorrow night. But overall, a strong squad there. Umtiti included again. Things are looking good. Compared with Atletico, we are really, really strong here heading into this game. And just going off things in the Spanish press and some of the things that Valverde said in his pre-match press conference, this is the kind of lineup that I think he actually might go with. He might play it safe, he might go with a bit of caution, and I think we could see that 4 across midfield with Messi and Suarez leading the line. Messi back in the team now, playing up there with Suarez, of course, and then Valverde might try and shape the rest of the team around that midfield, try and get it nice and compact to try and protect this back 4 that has been so vulnerable. I personally, as I'm going to come on to, wouldn't go about it this way, but I think we might see it. We might see Vidal tucking in here, Rafinha playing on this right hand side. He can join the front 3, but mostly here he'll be tucking in as well, also providing that midfield control and also tucking back in there, covering for Roberto and helping to protect him in those 2-on-1 situations, which is something that we could do with at times. But I just think this formation against Atletico Madrid, it's sort of just facing them up. We're not really advancing, we're not really putting a lot of pressure on them. They could come into it with their midfield 4, the likes of Saul, the likes of Rodri, the likes of Thomas, and they could actually get the better of us there in that midfield area if we don't really go about it in the right way, in the positive way. And I just really don't want to get bogged down with just a too much of a negative mindset in this kind of game, in the atmosphere that we're going into. We need to stay positive, and most of all, we need to stay nice and high up the pitch, which is why I would opt for this formation and this setup right here, simply because this shows what we have to do. We've got to go out there, play our game, play our system, and not play the opponent in front of us. Do what we need to do to win this game. You've got Busquets, you've got Arthur, you've got Vidal, who in itself will provide so much energy, a lot of cover here for Nelson Semedo, a lot of athleticism here on this right-hand side. He will add an awful lot to our midfield and our team. Semedo here on the right-hand side, like I said in the tactical preview yesterday, he deserves his opportunity in a game like this, whatever it may be. He deserves a chance, and likewise to Ousmane Dembélé. Tell him to go out there, cause Juanfran, cause Arias, whoever it is, cause them problems, and most importantly, attract a lot of attention here on this left-hand side to allow Jordi Alba the space to do what he does best, get into those kind of areas, and find Lionel Messi and find Luis Suarez. This team is attack-minded, it's taking a risk, it is being brave, but I think this lineup could come in and pay dividends in a game like this. And with all of that said, guys, my score prediction for this match is Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 2. I'm going to go with this scoreline. I'm going to go with a very narrow win here at the Wanda tomorrow night. I'm going to go with Griezmann scoring for Atletico and Messi and Suarez, the two leaders of the top goal scorers in La Liga. They're going to get a goal each. It'll get us over the line. It'll be a massive 3 points. We need this. We really, really need this. And tomorrow, we're going to go out there and we're going to get it. I'll see you then, guys. Leave your thoughts and your predictions down below. This is a big one. But until then, as always, Visca El Barça.